That was a picture. Oh, he's taking a picture? That was a picture.
Okay, so that's good. So, this is Marcane Allen. I'm back full effect with an Urban Clip episode. Now, before I introduce this brother, let me just say, I feel privileged and fortunate enough to get up every day and focus on changing people's lives, having an impact on people's lives. That's like a honor. It's like a higher honor, you know. And when I think of people that feel that way and it comes off of them, this is the man. This is Emmanuel Sally. We started out back in the, we'll say, fitness together.
What time?
But when I met him, I recognized his passion right off. You know, took him under my wing a little bit when it came to certain things. And I couldn't wait. And I was so happy when this man started doing in-home training hardcore, because I knew that, you know, he was better and bigger than the gym that we worked at. You know, so introducing Emmanuel Sally to Train the World. Thank you, brother, for doing the show. Glad to see you. We ain't seen each other in a while. You know, and it's something you don't know. He's an honorary member of the Warfare Squad, my powerlifting team. He competed with us, took a first place title and team trophy. So, so he got rights. He got bragging rights. But what's up, brother? How you been?
Man, I'm glad to be here with you, man. I'm glad to be here in this opportunity, and I'm glad that, you know, the things that's unwritten about your character, your integrity, and the things that you feel about is received and is noticed.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And you, man, you work as hard as I do, man. And that's why, like, I've always, like, respected you over the years and tried to, you know, if I have people that we can shift back and forth to each other, you know, we try to do that. Because, you know, in this business, it's hard to find people to pass your people on to.
Oh. People that you can trust and that you believe that they know the craft, and putting your people, your clients' safety and their goals in forefront.
Yeah.
It's important to put your clients' goals in forefront more than just your ego or just what you believe what is right, but just knowing what is right for your clients.
Right. And we care about the people that we service, so that's important. So something I've never really known is why'd you get into personal training? What led you to personal training?
You know, it's taken years and years to recognize, for me to recognize why I got to personal training. I got to give a lot of respect to my upbringing. I was told that, you know, a strong body creates a strong mind, but that's what I was taught. But I came to realize that a strong mind creates a strong body, and that was something that was taught to me when I was younger. As I got older, you know, I was raised doing waking up early in the morning, running, because my family was a military background.
Oh, okay.
And I had a weight bench in my we had a weight bench, a dip machine and ab machine, like in my basement back in like 95, 96. Like no, I was younger than that, probably like 91.
Oh, okay.
And it was my uncles that got me into fitness. Just knowing that, you know, and my whole family was always somewhat in shape.
Okay. Now, see, that's something we had in common that I didn't even know. My mom and dad was Army.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My mom, first thing she bought me when I was like 6 was a Hulk Hogan weight set. I used to hold her feet while she did sit-ups at night. And my uncles got me into working out.
So peep this, the funny part about it, it's funny that we sit in the steppers, right? My aunt used to take the step class back in the day. I forget.
It was like jazzercise or something.
No, it's like the firm.
Oh, yeah.
The firm.
I remember that.
My aunt used to do the firm in the front room, and we used to get books and stuff. And we used to step with our school books and stuff. She had a whole little step. We used to do the whole thing with her. And yeah, man, that's what's up. Yeah, I forget about that. But yeah, you never really recognize. I didn't recognize what I got to fitness, but, you know, it's a passion and it's something that, you know, that was given to me in my heart, and you know, my family just placed that seed that sprouted to something more, to something that they'd be like, Thanksgiving, don't come over here judging us. Right. So
yeah, that's good, man. I never knew that, and now I know we got a lot more in common than, you know, thought we had other than this. But so when it comes to helping your clients, what's your focus? Are you more focused on making sure they hardcore with the food or hardcore with the training?
I focus on behavior mindsets. I don't want my clients to believe that they need me. Man, I'll be real. I got a skill and knowledge that's endless that you could never catch up with me because this is my craft. But I want you to know that you're doing it for you. They doing this for them, and you don't need me to do it for you. Because no matter how much you believe you need me, I can't do it for you. I could be there as a motivator, as a person to help you plan it out, but I can't do it for you. But you have to do it for yourself, and then making sure they believe that they're doing it for themselves, and just knowing that. Listen, even if you believe, when you 275, 300 pounds, you believe in that, having to believe that 200 pounds is possible. And the only person that gets you to that 200 pounds is you.
Exactly.
And there's certain skills, and that's my main focus. That's why I want them to believe that that's why I focus on my clients to make sure you guys can do this. You can do it.
Right.
So yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I used to always say back in the day, only tool I need to exercise you is you.
Yeah.
That's all we need is you. It don't matter what I know, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna go do my workout, and you're gonna go do your workout, and it's like you got to be able to pull you to me, So.
But when I tell them that, just show up.
Yeah.
I don't care. You had a horrible day. You come with one leg.
We gonna get it in.
You got that one leg lost down the street somewhere. Just show up. I promise you.
Yeah.
I promise you, I'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, we're going to get it in. And he takes this as serious as I do. And I know he takes his work home like I do, researching charts and everything. Anybody who comes to us with any type of ability or anything, disability or anything, it's like you try to help them. It's like you can't sleep and rest until you figure out how to accomplish it.
Yeah.
Now, it was a question that me and Glenn had posed to each other. And we did our first episode, so I'm gonna ask you because Emmanuel, he say he always look at me, but Emmanuel elite in my book. So,
Thanks.
But what's the most difficult client you ever had?
See, that's a catch-22. That's a catch-22 because if I allow somebody to get inside me, that's my fault for not having upholding me. But at that period of time, I did have a difficult client. The difficult client I have is those who don't take responsibility for themselves.
Okay.
I had one client that I say, I believe in. Just show up. I'll work with you. I got my best. I'm trying my best to get you on the right track. This is to open up your mind. But if you're not taking responsibility for your own mindset or what you believe in, what you've done so far, I can't control it. So I had a client that first session showed up an hour and a half late. Woo. You know what I said? I said, no problem. I moved my schedule up, called my people, say, this person run late. Can you come in early? I made time for this person. And this person, it kind of, I don't even say I feel sorry because it's a learning process, but they didn't take responsibility for themselves. And I just woke that was the most difficult client. But I by all means, when I see him again, the love is still there.
Right.
Because I hope they learned the lesson.
Right.
So, yeah.
Any hard disabilities you had to deal with? No limbs or.
Yeah, I forget what the syndrome is called, but she had lost motor control in order to just sitting, standing up. She could not stand up. But we discovered throughout the process that once we added weight or tension to her muscles, she was strong as anybody. So she was able to. We started doing things like when we realized that she can do that. Like I remember seeing her squat. She'll squat her body weight, right? But she'll walk around she'll go around her moving wheelchair, right? And I get her up and I'm like, all right, man, come on, we doing this, that, and the other. People used to look at us crazy, like, you guys actually doing this? I'm like, yeah. And so what we did was I put her on the Smith machine because the Smith machine was stable enough. It was stable enough to hold her there, but still in control where she needed to move the weight. And she was squatting in the Smith machine. Granted, her way of movement wasn't what we consider standard way of movement. Right. To the point where I have this young lady say, why used to do gymnastics back in the day? And I was like, well, she's like, I want to try a handstand. And I'm looking at, I look at under pressure or under stress, she was able to do these movements, right? And hell, shit.
Did a handstand.
She did a handstand. I propped up there now. I was strong enough to hold her up,
Right.
hold her up. And I started letting it go, at least loosening up. And I realized, oh, wow, she's doing it. Walk away, take a picture, come back, because you're nervous.
Yeah.
When you do something, honestly, I'm going to tell you guys for real, when trainers doing something that you know it's on the edge of the limits of a person's ability. You're kind of sitting there nervous, like, look, I got you. You ready to catch them? You ready to catch the weight? You ready just to jump in and save? But you gotta allow them to go. It's kind of like parenting. I don't know about you. I look at my clients like, like
kids.
Like these are my kids, and I want to prepare them for to go out there. But when I let go, I'm kind of like playing double dutch.
Yeah. Now, another question, and this probably be one of the last questions, but like being in this industry, you and I, we done put a lot of years into this. We getting older. Where do you see yourself putting yourself in the next, I'll say 5 years? I mean, I personally, I'll answer I see myself doing it until I'm older.
Yeah,
I do, because I feel like there's always gonna be people in need, and as time change, food changes, things change. I feel like people gonna constantly they're gonna need us even more in older age. So I figure if I'm not helping younger people, I'll be helping people, a little bit under my age. So I know I'm gonna be doing other things to add on to this, but at the end of the day, I do still see myself going to help people.
And before, like men, when we were younger, we used our body. We had this physical sense that forced us to get around. I don't know about you. I'm not getting older. I'm just getting mature.
No, I'm gonna own all these gray hairs, man.
But with that being said, is stating that I'm gonna start using my mind more. Teaching people how to use their mind, because if you, like we said in the conversation earlier, if I lose a limb or I lose my sight, I always have my mind. So I'm going more to really recognizing the power of just creating a structure and having structure written in paper or in stone that for everybody to follow, because no matter what, the base structure stays the same.
Right.
Now, even if the world evolves, I want to make sure that I create a program that has a base structure that no matter what it is considered timeless.
Yeah, right on.
I'm trying to get my my Carter G. Woodson on, the miseducated Negro. Still a parent today.
Yeah, I hear you, man, definitely. And same, see, this my guy, man. I've added, in the last 2 years, I've added meditation to the end of my sessions. I do classes now, and some people come just for that. I'm like, man, y'all crazy to go through that beating just to sit at the end, just to, But as time goes on, and after this last 2 years, we know that our mental health is vital.
Yeah.
It's vital. It's always been vital, but we know even more so now. People are suffering from anxiety and from being isolated and loneliness and despair. It's just like,
depression.
And so, I suffered from fight for your life. So it all came about panic attacks. So, and we started with first days. We've had our first days, although both of us may have started into exercise as kids and everything, but we've had our, our first days at lifting, and we've had our first days of doing this and doing that. And, as a trainer, I think, I personally have come to learn that anything you want to do, you can train for it.
Yeah.
I may not be, a marathon runner, but I can train to run a marathon. I may not be a swimmer, but I can swim good enough to swim with the best of them, and it's like, so that's the thing, that's the mind shift that has to happen when it comes to wellness. It's bigger than fitness now. It's like overall wellness, and it starts here and then goes everywhere else, inside out, and man, brother, I am proud of you, man.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. We started at some very humble beginnings, barely being able to, make a way with the chump change we were making. And, all of us, to see a lot of us who started out together, owning our own things, man, it's inspiring to me. It helps me, keep going, because, sometimes you'll look up and look around and you're like, man, nobody trying to do, everybody trying to stay, it's like, so to see, all of us growing and, learning what it takes to be better business owners, better men, better fathers, better spouses, husbands, or whatever. And it's a great thing to see. It's a great thing to see, man. I truly am proud of you, man.
This is, you've always, your character, your character of being humble, straightforward, and just being honest. it's tough to be in a realm where, you don't get me wrong, where, you know, be in an environment where being shady is the business.
Yeah.
Being shady was the business.
Yeah.
Being shady was the business. You know, you did the switcheroo and that, what, I'm doing this.
Right.
And just to see the group of people that I was really fond of, which were the trainers,
Yeah.
were straightforward people.